Welcome to the latest anime news for the week ending November 13th, 2022. Two of director Hideaki Anno's beloved works, Neon Genesis Evangelion and the upcoming Shin Kamen Rider film, have joined together in a fan-motivated crossover. What could be better? Titled Operation Nagisa, the project is a challenge issued by Kamen Rider organization Shocker to the characters of Evangelion, aiming to equate 4 of its characters to join Shocker with the power of happiness. Because when you think happiness, you think Evangelion.
No.
During the last week in October, I love this, fans were encouraged to press the happy button on the official Shocker app. If a specific number of happies were achieved, then Gendo Ikari, Kozo Fuyutsuki, Ryoji Kaji, and Kaoru Nagisa would be transformed into Shocker grunts. Of course, the fans succeeded.
No.
Exceeding 100 million happies during the time limit.
How could this be happy?
100 million.
And the visuals were unveiled with associated merch becoming available in the Shocker app and physical EVA and Kamen Rider merch stores, of course. So, yes.
Did I?
Oh, come on, Steve. This is insane. It's great.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Bleeding inside. Oh my God!
That's really an interesting
Really
choice
clever.
of crossovers. You know, that's really.
I watched Kamen Rider back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can watch it again.
Exactly.
The Nerve Crew.
Gendo.
Mm-hmm. With your favorite Shocker grunts.
Yeah. Wow. 100 million.
Oh, come on!
Is this like you can hit the button like
You're saying
100 times a day?
You're saying Shocker is going to be full of nice people?
No, but, I mean, my God. It's Gendo.
Right. Perfect.
He's gonna kill everyone.
No, he's just going to transform them all into a giant ball of healing light.
Of happiness.
Happiness, right.
It's all happiness. I'm just totally like blown away at the 100 million.
100 million. Yes.
That's absolutely insane.
Just listen to this. I did 100 million happies to have Gendo Ikari on Kamen Rider. Does that not sound insane?
No.
Well, yes, I guess that's the whole point.
And in fairness,
happies would you need to get Shinji in there?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want Shinji in there either.
I do. I want to see that happen. It'll be funny as hell.
No, I want Shinji as Kamen Rider. That's what I want to see.
Oh, that was probably like 1 billion happies.
Yeah.
They probably couldn't quite hit that.
Yeah. In fairness, it's the merch, right? It's unlocking merch. Like that's really what everyone wanted.
I swear to God, when this graphic came up, I was like, perfume? What? Cologne?
Yeah.
Smelling a Gendo. Smells like a
Obsession.
bottle of Tang.
Gendo.
Anger.
Smell the impact.
Ah, jeez.
Nice. Wasn't there a perfume called Obsession?
Yes, there was.
Well, taking a hard right turn from that story, November 11th is known as Cheese Day in Japan, and in celebration, Cheese Grummet. In celebration, Cartoon Network Japan aired a marathon of classic 1940s cartoon Tom and Jerry, including a very cute new addition to the old-time episodes. The network ran 7 hours of cartoons focusing on Jerry the Mouse's favorite treat, and also debuted a new anime based on the series, which combined the show's original fast-paced humor with a cute pop anime worldview. That is the cutest Tom and Jerry ever.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so cute how he gets smacked in the face. They're all an anvil blown up and stapled to the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
There's
wonder
some
how
violent
they're
cartoons.
I wonder if they're gonna keep, because it'd be really hard to watch them do like super terrible things. To
Yeah.
cute little mouse. You know what I mean? You're like, they've
Honestly,
gotta dial
to
that
that
back
point,
a little.
To that point, I would watch it just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see.
I suspect it's going to be like Tom and Jerry Kids. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Muppet Babies.
Yeah,
or,
very,
Looney Tunes Babies, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yep, that thing. Oh, well, that's fine.
So saccharine sweet, it'll give you diabetes.
Exactly. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Taking another hard right turn. Palmer Luckey, the founder of VR company Oculus, celebrated SAO Day last weekend in its own special way by creating a VR headset that is physically as close to the fictional Nerve gear as possible. Unfortunately, the technology hasn't quite caught up to the fictional version of 2022. He wrote, quote, "The good news is we're halfway to making a true Nerve gear. The bad news is, so far, I've only figured out the half that kills you."
End quote. Death for Christmas.
To be clear, the Nerve Gear project emulates the die in the game, die in real life function, not through microwaves, but through explosive charge modules connected to a photosensor that detects specific on-screen flashes.
Yeah.
It's, of course, only office art for now, though Lucky comments forebodingly in his post about it that, although this is the first VR device that can kill the user, it probably won't be the last.
Oh dear. Oh
well, if you believe some parents, video games in general have just killed a whole generation.
But, I mean, is this not like Pikotaku? Right? Like you're head of a VR company, and so you have, and obviously he didn't, construct it himself. So let's build a Nerve gear for SAO Day. Holy crud.
I wonder I'm hoping his engineering team, that all of them are on board.
Yeah.
As otakus.
Right. Can you just imagine
like Elon Musk walking in and be like, I want to build Battlestar Galactica's main ship. And be like, what the hell are you talking about? They walk into there, I want to make Nerve gear. What the hell's Nerve gear?
And then you described it and they're putting it together going, should we?
We can, but should we?
Should we?
Well, that's the other interesting thing when you think about it. I mean, I'll bet a good chunk of them know about SAO.
I hope so, because it would make it sound a lot less crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, again, SAO's been around for a decade. I'm sure, in the halls of Oculus, any VR related, they probably know SAO as much as they know VR Samurai Troopers, whatever that show was.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
it's like the suicide element all over again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
pretty cool.
That years and years ago they had talked about the idea that mankind can think of things, and at some point in time they can do them. They talked a lot about warp drives and ion drives in Star Trek, and they powered a spacecraft with an ion drive, and it's like,
Yep.
Here we have this.
Just one more of those and you have a TIE fighter. Just saying.
There you go. It's like you got this already. They're trying to make a Nerve helmet, so it's probably not far off the map. So,
moving on to anime announcements. After several days of hopeful speculations and crossover memes, details have been revealed for a collaboration of the ages teased earlier in the week. Studio Ghibli and Lucasfilm. It began with an official Ghibli Twitter account posting a video that just showcases the two companies' logos, followed by a picture of what looked to be Hayao Miyazaki staring at a figure of Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian. Yep. I like to think, his head's out of frame. I like to think he's looking at it with derision.
That was all I could think. Take the picture while he's not spitting on it.
But now the secret's been revealed. It turns out that Baby Yoda himself, Grogu, is the star of a new hand-drawn animated short created by Studio Ghibli called Zen, Grogu, and Dust Bunnies, which debuted on Disney Plus on Saturday.
Wow. This upcoming Saturday or this past Saturday?
This past Saturday.
This past Saturday.
Said November 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katsuya Kondo, who is character designer on Kiki, Ponyo, and others, directed the short. And the composer, Ludwig Göransson of The Mandalorian, composed the music.
Wow.
The short represents a long-time friendship between Hayao Miyazaki and Kathleen Kennedy. So, yeah.
Wow.
Cute.
Hang on one second.
Yeah.
The pretty lady who gives me food needs to know this. Hey, Anna, come here for a second. Come here.
And suddenly Steve gets Disney Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
can't wait to see this.
It started last night.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Are you excited? Lean into the mic. Or lean into the...
Into the mic.
I can't wait. It's baby Yoda.
Nice.
There we go. And this is why it's made. Right there.
Exactly.
On a more typical anime announcement note, a TV anime is in the work based on The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash. The series follows Ivy, who was reincarnated into an RPG-like world as a little girl with the weakest class and rank. She learns to survive off the land and the leavings of other people, but when she manages to tame a cute little slime, her life begins to turn around. Poverty sure is harsh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is up with the
We went
slime
from
thing?
Yeah.
We went from Baby Yoda to eating out of dumpsters.
In fairness, I mean it's pretty adorable. Like it's.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I'll pull a quick image up here. It's it looks pretty darn lighthearted.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think it'll be
Okay.
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Boy,
and
I can't wait for us to watch the first episode.
1,000 cosplayers have just taken note of that.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Yep. That's pretty adorable.
More slimes.
More slimes.
More slimes.
Psy Games has announced a new original TV anime coming in 2023 called The Marginal Service. The teaser features the tagline, "The explosive debut of a bad news service."
Okay.
And features, I'm not going to show it here, a whole bunch of naked people. Some hot guys, some hot girls. There's sort of a line of that with like a big warning banner across them.
I saw that image.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it was Psy Games. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No idea what's going on. Curious. Director Naoko
find
Yamada.
out.
Oh, say what?
We'll find out.
We certainly will. Director Naoko Yamada of K-On! And A Silent Voice revealed in a recent interview she's working on storyboards for a new feature film with Studio Science Saru that she will direct. She directed a bunch of stuff at KyoAni before moving to Science Saru. She directed a little TV show called The Heike Story and her original film Garden of Remembrance. So, yeah.
Boy.
More of that coming. Oh!
Hey.
Yep. More, please.
Oh boy.
And finally, the 10th anniversary live show for voice actors idol unit Iris revealed the unit is inspiring their own anime film, Iris the Movie Full Energy. Which sounds about right.
As opposed to half-assed energy.
Exactly. Iris the Movie, come see us if you want. We'll open in 2024. And we'll also celebrate the 10th anniversary.
Wow.
It could be one long concert film.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
All
Yeah.
pumping concert music. Like, yeah.
Moving on to other anime news, the Association of Japanese Animations published its annual anime industry report findings this week, covering the industry in the year of 2021, and the industry has quickly bounced back from the negative effects of the pandemic.
Good.
The wider industry grew by 13% in 2021 compared to 2020, which is unsurprising, but the real good news, the 2021 total market value of 2.7 trillion yen is also the highest value since the AGA began recording in 2002.
Oh.
The market's been steadily growing every year since 2013, as seen in the overall yearly graph at the top, except, of course, 2020. That's a little dip there. The graph on the bottom charts the comparison between the domestic anime market, marked by the solid line, and the overseas, marked by the dotted line. 2020 was the first time the overseas market overtook the domestic market, dropped back down again in 2021. Still looks like the overseas market has had a profound effect on the overall anime industry in the last 10 years. The domestic market has remained around or below 1.3 trillion yen since 2014, while the overseas market shot from 300 billion to 1.3 trillion over that time. So, over triple in value over the last 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's very interesting to look at that lower graph from
Yeah.
2002.
Right.
It went up
Yeah,
and then
dipped.
steadily declined into 2009 and kind of flattened.
Yeah.
And then 14 just took off. Is there anything historically notable in
I
2014?
mean,
14? Yeah.
well, I mean, certainly you saw the American market dip in the early 2000s. So there might be some results of that. China? Was there anything in like happening in China at the time? I mean, I would
don't
also
know.
say probably 2014 is around when China started opening up to anime. So that might
Okay,
also
so
be
you
part of
think-
that.
I was going to say, because that shows it's just really quite a
Yeah.
rise.
Yeah.
And the Japanese domestic market started to fall a little as
Yeah.
its international markets are rising. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can pull up. I'm going to see if I can pull up the actual thing because they generally have that on their website. Look at that. Let's have some fun, shall we? I'm hoping I can drag and drop this
Just need
here.
to push the button to make them more happies.
Here we go. Anime Industry Report 2021. So let's scroll through. Oops, sorry.
COVID-19 issues.
See here, COVID-19. Quotes from folks. As streaming standards improve, there's a continued expectation for orders. More titles being produced through the whole anime industry. Both the titles and production companies are increasing. Orders for titles continue to increase. We expect a favorable situation. It hasn't changed very much from how it always has been, but we have offers to produce titles into the distant future, says one industry insider.
Nice. Okay.
We can expect production costs to go up as streaming and related businesses continue to expand.
Sure.
Makes sense. Number of minutes of produced TV anime continues to fall, reaching 100,000 minutes, 94% of the previous year, as more anime goes to single seasons,
Right.
Okay.
presumably. Also, the rise of shorter, either 5-minute anime, 3-minute anime. That's, I'm sure,
Yes.
also hitting it.
Like Peter Grill's a 13-minute anime.
Yeah.
So it's a weird amount of time.
See here. Here's the thing. See here. The international market has been roughly growing since 2015. Application games can be seen as having affected the growth of the international market even during COVID-19. The toy animation March 2021 financial statements on the international copyrights included references to how app games based on titles like Dragon Ball in the US and Slam Dunk in Asia have been increasing their profits due to a favorable response. So it's possible that those apps are making big inroads in other countries.
Okay.
Right.
I know the popularity of apps. If 2014, I know is not exactly recently, but certainly year by year, online app gaming kind of things have just skyrocketed
Yep.
in all aspects. So I could see if you said, well, 2014 was like the gateway time.
Yeah.
That's when the technology hit about the right place that you could do
Yeah.
more mobile gaming platform stuff. Like, okay, I can see that.
Interesting movie notes. Box office revenue in Japan for movies increased, for all movies was 18% higher. American animation was 12% higher. In China, overall box office revenue was 31% of the previous year, while Chinese animation movies was 26% more than the previous year. They made $290 million, roughly, on animation movies in China alone in 1 year. Let's see here. Japanese anime box office revenue reached $61 billion and 89% of the previous year, because of Demon Slayer, right? Which that's no longer there, so revenues dropped off a bit.
Revenues tanked.
Yeah, because
All thanks to Mugen Train.
Here we have our estimated revenues, so about the same as before. No big shockers there. Slight decrease. Estimated revenues of all domestic. Revenues from animation studios are down a little more significantly. That's sad.
Down 3 billion yen.
Yeah. Pink, I believe, is live entertainment. Yeah, hard to say. We've got over here TV animation programs. Yep, decreasing. So green is new broadcast this year. Orange are continuing. So again, same kind of trend
Now, is
there.
that 1980, 85, 90, 2005?
Yeah.
Is that the year at the bottom?
Year at the bottom. Yep.
Holy, look at 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be decreasing, but it is still like a billion% more. Holy crap.
Yeah, we've got plenty to watch.
Yeah.
Very true.
What a time to be alive.
I know. And here's production minutes of TV animations from the year 2000 to now. So again, like not a huge change, again, partly because in 2000 and before you saw a lot of 26 episode series and even 50 episode series. So we're seeing that kind of go. Yeah. Streaming. Look at that. Imagine. Streaming continues to get bigger and bigger.
No.
It broke the chart.
Yeah, pretty much. Theatrical animation, so yeah, you know, Demon Slayer, bounce down. They point out the Detective Conan's Silver Bullet and Evangelion 3.0, 1.0 became hits, but there was a significant revenue decline in general. October theatrical animation. 2022 was fine. OVA is not doing great.
Video games.
Videograms.
It's
what they call OVAs, I believe.
Okay.
And that's been declining, which again,
Wow,
huge
yeah, no
shocker.
joke. It is a very steady and not good.
yeah. There's just kind of not a lot of need there. And then merchandising, led by Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Wow. Demon Slayer is supported by a wide variety of people from very small children to adults, and maximize the market ahead of the October 2020 release of Demon Slayer, the movie Mugen Train. Interesting. As a late-night anime propped up by such a large audience, the anime character merchandise market is also losing the demarcation between core fans, and the kids' family demographic. So that's something we've been talking about before, and we're talking at OnCon, right? Like, there's no such thing now as otaku, as the pure anime fandom anymore. There's just so many people who are just, I watch anime. No big deal. Here we go. Overseas market. So this is probably one of the big ones. Ooh, look at that. Country by country, we have, so there's green is Asia, yellow is Europe, purple Latin America, Oceania, Middle East, North America. North America makes up 6% of the global market for anime.
And Europe makes 21, almost 22%. Holy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
A lot of countries, in fairness, as is Asia.
What I find interesting is, Africa is, what is that, 5%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's Africa where they don't have good infrastructure.
Well, I mean,
And things.
they do in more and more places. Like, there's a lot of places in Africa.
Well,
with good
that's
infrastructure.
what I mean is that there's a lot. That's a market that's going to grow. That's my point. Is that it's as things as the infrastructure gets better and streaming and internet and connectivity gets
Absolutely
better,
right.
that's gonna that's a market nobody thinks about really.
True.
I don't think and Europe
Well, it's
doesn't
because the infrastructure has been so long in the coming for so many of
years.
these places.
And also, Africa has the advantage that so many of its people speak English or French natively.
Exactly. Yes.
That it's a very easy market to get into in that sense.
Yeah. The European market doesn't surprise me so much as when I go onto YouTube and try to find something. I almost always find French, Portugal, German, all the time. That doesn't surprise me too much. I would say that I would have thought that America would have been closer to 10%.
I'm surprised the Middle East outdoes America.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that and Oceania. So you're talking about like Philippines. I'm presuming Philippines, Micronesia, Fiji.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Yeah. Oceania isn't too surprising because again, it's so close to Japan. They've got so much cultural, crossovers that it's a lot easier. But yeah, that's really interesting. And then here's the number of contracts on a country-by-country basis based on the Anime Industry Survey questionnaire. So, basically, number of anime licensed in each country. So, U.S. has the most, then Canada, South Korea, Taiwan, China, UK, Hong Kong, Thailand, France, Macau, Australia, Indonesia. Oops.
So is Macau still a Portuguese colony?
I don't know, man.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I was saying, for it to be listed separate from China again.
Yeah. I mean, there's South Africa with 228.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's really interesting that it falls into a 200 some odd level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it really drops fast.
Yeah, I wonder
400s that we're
also
at.
how many of these, this gets extremely flat. I suspect this is because there are South American licensors that cover Bolivia, Argentina, Chile, bunch of countries at once. So it's more or less,
one market.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But look at Pakistan at 200.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Damn.
So that is kind of interesting. What else we got in here? Trend of animation overseas revenues. So definitely doing well.
Yeah.
Okay, here's always one of the fun ones.
You see that chart? That chart right there. That was I bought that in Android that one time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
right there. That was me.
That's Spike. That's that green bar right there.
Spike.
Yes.
That's me. I supported anime. I bought it.
Clearly, absolutely, yes. And then by region. So essentially all Italian territories, all whatever, broken down that way. So this is always I find interesting. Top 10 animation works by music royalties. We'll go to.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is meant to be 2020 because they should be two. Naruto Shippuden, Battle Without Honor or Humanity. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know that. Bleach, Moomin. Why do I know Moomin?
Battle Without Honor or Humanity. 1 second. Featured in a
Pineapple
film.
Apple Pen.
What'd you say?
It was in a
Oh my goodness.
film in 2000.
Yeah.
It was in Kill Bill Volume 1.
What?
Oh, it was.
Battle Without Honor or Humanity.
Oh, it was. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay. Funky.
Yeah. Moomin is a European, I believe, animated character.
Okay.
So think, Smurfs adjacent-ish.
Okay, gotcha.
Naruto is.
Yeah.
Tears again, I'm sure. Something.
Natsuno Taizai.
That sounds familiar. Is that the
7 Deadly Sins.
Natsu?
I thought it was. The Natsuno Taizai. The 7 Deadly
Searching.
Sins.
Yep, 7 Deadly Sins. That's what that is.
Yep.
Interesting.
I love that pen.
Where's
pineapple
One
pen.
Piece? That's remarkable.
Yeah, I see Fairy Tail, Bleach, obviously.
No Attack on Titan.
Nope, the Attack on Titan was 2019.
Okay, yeah.
So
No
that
Demon
fell out
Slayer?
of the- Yeah, that's surprising.
Huh. Interesting. Again, overseas music royalties. So any number of things to be involved there.
Well, that pineapple pen
Pen.
that got registered on there. It's like, yeah, it was a funny song, but wow, it did pretty well.
Really.
Good on you.
Where Are the Animation Studios is not as shocking. Actually, is there anything of note here?
Continues to move out of Tokyo.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, look at that. So you've got
Hokkaido.
9 in Hokkaido.
Yeah, it's a pretty good representation.
24 in Saitama Ken, 18 in Kanagawa Ken, 2 in Chiba, 12 in Osaka, 5 in Kyoto, 10 in Fukuoka. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much more spread out than I'm used to seeing.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and granted, Tokyo has 700. But
well, there's 4. Do you see that there's 4 in Okinawa?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
damn. Okay.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Wow.
So interesting notes there.
Yeah.
Few final things. Over the 25-year history of the Pokemon anime series, perpetually 10-year-old Ash has been through many journeys, but as of this week, he's finally conquered the ultimate goal and become the very best. The latest Japanese episode of Pokemon Ultimate Journey sees Ash achieving victory in his battle against Champion Leon to become the winner of the Pokemon World Coronation Series. Congratulations, Ash. Yay. Indeed. The Vice President of Marketing for the Pokemon Company International commented in a press release that, quote, Ash Ketchum's determination and perseverance to achieve his goal of becoming the world's top Pokemon trainer over the course of 25 seasons represents the very best of what it means to be a trainer, end quote. So just think, kids. Just put in 25 years of effort, and you too.
I hope you're immortal.
And your Pokemon Go status will be out of this world.
Right. Totally.
Now that he's won, do 25 years catch up with him instantly?
Oh,
No,
dear.
Now that
yeah.
he's won, he wakes up from the coma.
I'm a Pokemon champ. No, son, you got hit by Truck-kun. You've been in a coma for 25 years. You're 35 now.
Oh, God.
What?
So that thing with Misty, no, it didn't happen.
Nope, nothing.
Pikachu was the sled. Iconic anime store Animate will have its 40th anniversary next spring and will celebrate the occasion with the opening of the, quote, world's biggest anime shop, end quote. As they reopen their main store in Ikebukuro, the expanded store will feature 10 floors, an event hall, theater space, exhibition area, and cafe.
Oh, crap.
Jeez. Okay.
Now, where are they opening this?
Japan.
Do they understand? Do they understand that the Otaku will make squatter rights a thing happen in there?
Well, considering, I mean, it's Animate. Like, yes.
Massive.
If anyone knows Otaku, they know Animate.
Yeah.
Or if Animate knows them.
Gosh,
There is an ad.
Footage must cost a fortune.
There's a floor introduction commercial which, God bless Animate, includes Manager Kun. Remember Lucky Star?
Yeah.
The manager of the store, the big shonen guy. He's in it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I will get her to buy the same. Oh, God.
So, yes, that is a thing. Finally, the long-awaited Studio Ghibli Park opened a couple weeks ago, and to help visiting fans and fans who wish they were visiting to get in the proper mood, the studios released 2 official Apple Music playlists with tracks from their films. Both playlists are about an hour long, aptly titled Going to Ghibli Park, features, of course, Country Roads, along with tracks from films like Nausicaa and Ponyo. The subsequent Going from Ghibli Park begins with On a Clear Day, the delivery service, and continues with songs from Arrietty and Princess Mononoke.
Nice.
I also have to comment that some guy has been going to the Ghibli Park cosplaying as Hayao Miyazaki, and it is one of my favorite things ever.
Oh.
Because he just gets mobbed the entire time. He's just some guy, cosplaying as Miyazaki, and he knows what he's doing. Like, he definitely is up with that. But it's just kind of hilarious, and people go, not quite. That's okay.
At least until, Miyazaki shows up and there's like a confrontation in the middle of the road. Oh crap. Am I seeing things? What's going on?
Did you hear that story about the unofficial Ghibli cafe?
No.
This came out, I think, a week or two ago. There was a cafe not far from the Studio Ghibli Park that was totally doing Ghibli stuff. Like they had, I forget all of the things, but they had very much Ghibli merch in the corners, and they were doing Kiki and Totoro themed stuff and all of their things. And one day, the staff of the Ghibli Park stopped by and sat down and proceeded to post photos on social media saying, "This is awesome. You all should come."
Oh, thank you. Wow. I was waiting to hear cease and desist order show up, but that's cool.
Yeah. They're
Cocoon was taken out back and shot, and
how dare you defraud the name of Ghibli?
Apparently, it was quality enough that they were this is the kind of thing we would have signed off on anyway. So sure, you're good.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Mm-hmm. So a nice story to round out the week. That's all the news from this week. See you next week.